Good evening, everybody. Hi, welcome to Blue Table Talk, and I'm your host, Deborah Jones. And we're going to have another exciting night tonight. But before we get started, as always, I have to talk about COVID. COVID is on the rise out here in Beaumont. The numbers are going up again. But what we need to do, you already know, we need to wash our hands, keep our distance, and wear a mask. So in order for our numbers to go down to decrease, we need to do those things. See, I see that CDC has lifted a lot of things. Like if you go to the airport, you don't have to worry about your card anymore because they're not worried about it anymore. But we've got to work. We've got to keep ourselves together. We've got to do what we need to do. And in order for us to do that, do what they asked us to do earlier. Wash your hands, wear your mask, keep your distance. I know if someone come up on me, I'll tell them in a minute, back up, because I don't want it. I ain't lying to you. I don't want. I haven't had it yet, and I promise you, I don't want. I have other things to worry, issues to worry about. So look, let's get this COVID number down. I know I talked to the Beaumont Health Department, and they were saying that it is on the rise again. So let's do what we have to do. Anyway, so tonight we have an exciting comedian tonight. We just spoke just a few minutes ago, and he's ready. I'm ready. He's ready, and we have Hamburger tonight. Hey, Hamburger, how you doing?
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for choosing Blue Table Talk tonight and coming on to us tonight. Uh, let's get this show on the road. I can't wait till July 23rd so I can see you guys. But tell us a little bit about yourself before we even get started.
Hamburger. I'll be coming to you all the way from New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing comedy as of September, be 34 years.
Wow.
And some of my best friends on the show.
You're 34 years old right now.
Oh, I love you, Sister Jones. I love you. Why can't other people be so nice?
I don't know.
But yeah, I fell in love with comedy some years ago, and it's just been my passion, and I love it, and I enjoy life, and it keeps me happy and removes stress and problems. So
Right. I like to keep people laughing because, like you said, it removes the stress from them.
yeah.
So that's one of my keys. So why do they call you Hamburger?
Well, I said hamburgers. I didn't want to curse. And years ago, I was in New York, and everybody told me I was country. And I
Mm-hmm.
said, I'm not country. They said, yeah, you country. And I said, I'll show you what country is. So I did an impersonation of my uncle from Raleigh, North Carolina. And he said he was too old to curse. And all the years of my life, he always walked around the house saying, Hamburger, Hamburger. So I went on stage and did it one night. And I put the hat on just to add a little spice to it as far as being country. And the next night, everybody said, where's your hat, Tex? Put the hat back on. And I was like, no, that was for one night only. And they said, no, Tex, that's a keeper. So if you can get people in Harlem and throughout New York saying wear a cowboy hat, you on to something. So I've been doing it ever since. It makes me stand out too because unfortunately, if I ask the two of you right now who went to a comedy show and who was on the night before, half the times people can't tell you. And half
Right.
the times the comics can't tell you who was on the show. But
Right.
at least they'll say, oh, there was a black guy in a black cowboy hat kept saying hamburger all night. And I'm
Mm.
remembered hamburger.
Hamburger. You know what? When I saw you, when we came on tonight, the first time I asked you was, "Are you from Texas?" You remember? Because you have on the hat, the Texas hat. But no, you would tell me you were from Illinois,
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Oh yeah, you're right from where I was, DC. They close by.
We were in DC over the weekend.
Okay.
Shucky Ducky and I, we were in DC. We went to Universal Soul Circus out there in the National Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
And 4th of July, everything was shut down yesterday because of the fireworks. And
Right.
so DC was on lock. It was hard getting around there.
Right.
Uh, you come from a great place. Got family down there off Pennsylvania Avenue, M Street.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
You like go-go music?
I like what kind of music? Go
Go-go.
go.
Yeah.
That was back in the day.
No, it's still out there now.
Are you serious?
Where you been, girl? Chuck Brown? Rare Essence?
Yeah.
Junkyard Band?
I must have been.
EU?
I
Sugar
must.
Bear?
I must have been in the closet somewhere. So, cause
They've been rocking, girl. Still
oh,
going.
I need to. I need to go back out there, but I am going to DC in August, so I'm gonna check things out when I'm there.
Yeah.
So, do you write your own routine or what?
Yeah, I do. I let life write it for me. Things that people, I like to stay in what I call the hood and around my kind of folks. So I live life or repeat what I see and hear. So most people try to stay away from certain element in life. I go there and I spend a lot of time with people.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that they say and laugh at, I try to memorize it and bring it to the stage in my own unique little way. So whatever's going on in the hood today, I'm telling you to you tonight on stage.
Yeah,
Leah sings Hamburger.
Hamburger. So is that your name you say after your little phrase you say after every joke?
Hamburgers as much as I can. So I tell people instead of using profanity, say hamburger. You can't get in
Right,
trouble.
right.
Hamburger.
Are you a minister?
No, no, I'm not a minister.
You just refuse to use profanity.
Yeah, the way I was raised, my parents brought me up a certain way, and I was getting ready to do television. So I said, wait a minute. If I go on stage cursing, they're gonna have a fit and Miss So and So down the street and Uncle So and So around the corner. All these people who helped raise me, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is the reward I'm gonna give them. Go on stage cussing. So I said, since I say hamburger, I gotta say hamburger instead of cursing. So don't curse. It went over well, and I kept it that way.
Cool, cool. I watched one of your videos when you was on American Got Talent. How,
No,
what was it?
no. What happened was somebody went on YouTube
Oh, here they go again.
and spliced it together, and they did a good editing job and made it look like I was on America's Got Talent.
Okay.
And they had the judges at the end and everything and whatever. But no, that's not me. That's the Def Jam set,
Def
and
Jam.
they cut and spliced it into America's Got Talent.
Oh, okay. Somebody else said something. I think Shaka Ducky said something earlier about they came on or something like that. I don't know. Came
We
on.
were
That was
on,
Honest John.
That was Honest John.
but Shucky Ducky
Yes, ma'am.
probably telling you about Saturday Night Live did a spoof on Shucky Ducky and I called The Kings of Catchphrase Comedy. So when Saturday Night Live starts doing a spoof on you 20 years later, that means you did something. So they did the Kings of Catchphrase Comedy about Shucky Ducky and myself. Jimmy Fallon did a spoof on me 2 or 3 times on Tonight Show. And most recently, Family Guy did an episode on me. So I'm thinking, things kind of quiet down, but I'm back on the rise with that. Comics Unleashed and other things. So America's still saying hamburger.
Hamburger. That'll work. That would work. Let me talk to my listening viewers for a minute, please. I have one here, D. Hey, D, how you doing? She says, hey, Deborah. And Wilburine. Hey, Wilburine. Wilburine said he looks like the late Mr. Jones. I wonder who he talking about. Your name? He just said his name was Mr. Jones. What's your first name again? Alonzo?
Yes.
Okay, so he's like, well, what Mr. Jones? I know she's not talking about my husband, because he's the late Mr. Jones. So I don't know. She'll tell me later. Anyway, so he is Mr. Jones, but he ain't late.
Thank you, God.
All right, thank you, Jesus. So, where do you mainly get your material from?
Again, it's just everyday living. I try to write on a daily basis. So you and I could be out somewhere bowling or whatever, and you might say something or trip and fall. I got to figure out how to put that into my act. The young lady in the grocery store arguing with the guy over the delicatessen shop, that is going into my act. The girl getting the eyelashes done, I'm sitting there in the corner listening. And this is a true story. Because she telling the girl how she want her eyelashes, did, not done, but did. And I think it was Mink Folks or something. And now I got to go home and Google what Mink and Folks is because I want to know all about the eyelashes and the right glue. You got to use the right glue to put them on and the right tweezers. And you got to put them right in the center and put them on there. And I listened to this conversation about a half hour. And I'm like, okay, I can go into the eyelash business now. Because Hamburger, this girl was, and she's like, don't do it like you did. I need mine. Take it right there. Put the glue. I think it was Do Glue. I wonder if I'm not mistaken. Do Glue. You got to get the Do Glue. Put it on the eyelashes. Put it. I hope you're not offending nobody. But you put it right in there, and that's the whole eyelash thing. Then they got the stuff where you order the kit, and you get the little fake hair, and you put a tattoo. I never knew that you could tattoo the hair. I saw a girl looking for an Amazon box because her hair was in there, and it was a tattoo. and she put the tattoo put on it and peeled it off and had all this little like baby hair going around there. So sitting home alone, you won't know about this, but you go out and start talking to people. Oh, there's a whole nother world out there. And hey, I'm gonna find out about it.
Well, that part I didn't even know, and I'm a woman.
Ask some of your girlfriends who getting the eyelashes done about folks and mink and the do glue and they do it at home, how they put on, and you got to clean it off too, because you don't want all that old glue
Right,
caking up on there.
right,
So
right.
I might go into the eyelash business after this.
You might have to. You might
Yeah.
have to. You know more than most of the women. So hey,
Yeah, and then you got your hair.
yeah, watch out there now. Watch out there.
Well, we'll leave the whole hair alone.
I mean, everybody else talk about hair, so why not, right?
Yep. But they got the you get the packs of the hair, and you got the yaki.
Mm-hmm.
You get the thick pack or however you want it, what kind of you want the hair to be, and you take it and you put it in there and you get it sewn African weave or whatever. It's all kinds of mess out there. Now don't ask me how to know, but I eavesdrop.
You knows it.
I know I'm just hey, if I'm in the mall, see two girls talking, I'm behind them taking notes because that's real life.
That's real life.
And people, when they don't think nobody listening, they'll talk a whole different way. But when they know you listening, things lock up. So
Yeah,
hey, I like to listen.
they shut it down. Guys, you guys are on the web. Go ahead and hit your share button because sharing is caring. And so we need to go ahead and share this and let them know that Hamburger is on the line tonight.
And have they purchased their tickets already?
Okay, so Hamburger wants to know if you guys have already purchased your ticket. So I want to know that as well because we're gonna pull names now. I forgot to be writing these names down. We're gonna pull names tonight. And we want to know if you got your ticket and if you win some, do you want to gift it or you want to keep it? So let us know.
You can tithe it. Can you tithe at church with these tickets or no?
Can I do what?
Is that considered tithing if you take these tickets and put in an offering basket?
No.
I'm gonna get there early one Sunday, just drop it in there and see anybody. Oh, Lord, hi, and start talking in tongues because they got the tickets. You don't think it's gonna happen? He blessed me.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Won't he do it?
Well, yes, he will.
All right then.
But I don't think that would happen. So okay, so if you're on stage, excuse me, Hamburger, what would you do if somebody didn't laugh?
I'd go out of my way to make that person laugh, and that's a good thing for me because that means I'm not working hard enough. And for some people, it's personal. You ain't gonna do nothing to make them laugh. They just can't. They're miserable in life. As long as everybody else laughing is good. But for me, without them knowing, I'm gonna try a different subject matter or something and come at them a different way and try to. Before I leave, I'm gonna make that person laugh, and I don't want to see them after the show and say, "What's going on in your life?
Mm-hmm.
Something ain't right." I got 99 people laughing, falling out the chair, and this one person not. Hamburger, something ain't right. You might need Jesus.
So you're gonna help them out, right?
We're gonna pray for you. Raise your hands, bow your head, Father God.
Let's talk about this tonight. So do you make a living out of being a comedian?
Yeah, no, I do it for free. Yes, I have to. I got bills. I've been doing it for 33 years. I got to pay a mortgage, American Express, credit card, you name it. Yes, this is it. And I thank God every day because in the beginning, everybody told me I was crazy for quitting my job to pursue this career because it was totally different before Def Jam. You can make $10 here, $5 here, and just nothing there. And it was called the struggling comic for a reason because you were struggling.
Right.
But thank you, God, because I just gave myself 10 years. I said in 10 years, I'll be successful. Everybody said you'll be successful in 10 years. Take 10 years of making a comedy. But
Right.
thanks be to God, in 3 years, I was on television. 4 years, Def Jam. And after that, the rest has been history.
So when you was on television, what were you doing?
The first show ever did, and I guarantee you won't guess if I gave you 50 guesses. I give you 2.
Def Jam.
Before Def Jam.
Before Def Jam.
And this was an old show they remade. It started in the 50s and 60s, believe it or not.
Give me the first initial.
Well, it was called The New when I did it. But before that, it was just a C and a C.
A C and a C. I must wasn't born.
The New Candid Camera.
Oh yeah.
with Don DeLuise was the host.
Yeah.
So my job was to go across. A friend of mine went for an audition. He got the audition, and they asked him if he knew a non-threatening black guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Oh, I got a friend who's non-threatening." And he went home and got me. And I took offense to it, saying, "Oh, I'm non-threatening. What that mean?" So I went down there the next day, auditioned. They gave me the part right on the spot, and I did about 20 or more episodes going around the country, pulling pranks on people. But they needed somebody who people wouldn't be scared of when I walked up on them. So
Mm-hmm.
I could walk up to people in the mall and doctor's office, whatever, and we did different skits and pranks. And that was my first TV appearance. The new Candid Camera. I got to work with the unknown comic from the Gong Show.
All right.
One of my directors was Rat Clark, who was the son of Dick Clark.
Okay.
And I did a show in Pittsburgh where we were going to an antique shop, and we went to have the bulls run through there and destroy the antique shop. And Burt Reynolds was going to come through, and he's going to be the hero and stop the bulls from coming in. So it was myself and Kevin James from King of what is it? Kevin James. He's a heavyset guy. He was in the movie with Will Smith. But anyway, and he went on to be major in the comedy acting field. But Kevin James and I did Candid Camera together. So if anybody ever sees him, say Hamburger said hello. Hamburger.
A lot of people don't remember Candy Camera. I think most of the people that are on here, our listeners, I think they remember Candy Camera. So
Well, most people too young to remember Candid Camera.
not on here. So look who popped in.
What's up, Shucky Ducky? Oh, quiet. Let me tell you how good Shucky is. Shucky took me to the circus over the weekend. And yeah, I had a good time. I was like a little kid in there screaming, clapping my hands, laughing. And old cheap Uncle Shucky wouldn't buy me no cotton candy. No balloons, no souvenirs, no nothing. Talking about, I got you in here, the rest on you. I'm like, come on, Shuck. But that's my man, 50 grand. That's a good brother right there. I love Shucky Ducky.
A lot of people wasn't in when you told them about how long you've been doing comedy. So can you repeat yourself on that one, please?
September's going to make 34 years. September 15th will make 34 years. A friend of mine, we did it on a Friday night. We did this before in Living Color. We did sketches, comedy show. We had a little variety show, singers, rappers, whatever, on a Friday. That Monday, we got the idea to go and audition for Showtime at the Apollo. Been doing comedy for 3 days. They called me back and said that Thursday you will be taping NBC's Amateur Night, Showtime at the Apollo. 1 week into the game, I'm taping live television. I didn't get booed, thank God. Sandman put his hand over my head, and they booed me a little bit, but I'm getting booed off. And ever since then, I just got the hunger, and I said, I'm going to show these people I can do this. And, they laughed at me a little bit, too, because I wore a suit. This is 1988 on Showtime at the Apollo wearing a suit. And Kim Coles was the host that night.
Okay.
So if you ever get a chance to watch that episode, hope they don't show it again. Oh, I pray they hope they don't show it.
That was 1988.
Yes, ma'am.
This is 2022. You think they're going to show it again?
They're running reruns on all these little syndicated networks where you can stream them now. And I Googled it. It's not out there yet. I'm so nervous. I hope nobody get to see that mess again.
Well, I'm a key in 1988 Showtime at the Apollo. How was Showtime at the Apollo? How was it when you was there?
It was great. I'll give you some more information. Guy was on the episode, and I'll be sure. And of course, with those two, everybody had to stay up that night and watch it because Guy and I'll be sure they was the hottest thing out back then.
Right.
And, that show was hot before Def Comedy Jam. That was where all the comics wanted to go and showcase their talents to be seen. So Showtime at the Apollo was the premier show for comics. But the only problem was, if they didn't find you to be funny, they would boo you. Mm-hmm. And it could really hurt your career. So you had to be ready when you went on Showtime at the Apollo. So
yeah, because what's his name, Sandman? He'll come get you.
He'll come get you.
He'll come get you.
And the new Sandman now is a personal friend of mine, so I don't know if he would come get me if they told him to or not, but he probably would. He wouldn't care. CP Lacey.
Yeah, he'll come out there and say, "Man, I'm sorry, but I got this. I got."
Yeah, I'm like, yo, man, you better stay over there. Don't come out here.
Shucky Ducky just said, you remember when you saw somebody, he went by his cotton candy?
Yeah.
And all that stuff. He said, trying to keep your sugar down. That's why. So you are diabetic?
No. Ask Shucky Ducky if he has a business card.
A business card?
Just say, Shucky Ducky, do you have a
Okay,
card?
Shucky, do you have a business card? So he'll know what I mean when I say that,
Yes.
right? All right.
That's his new running joke. Do you have a card?
What's the most important thing that you learn in life about being a comedian?
That's a good question. Very good question.
He said no. Okay.
The most important thing is being true. I guess there's more than one, but you could put them in order later on. Being true to yourself. Be yourself on stage
Mm-hmm.
and telling your life story. Don't steal nobody else's jokes. Do your life on stage. You only have to please God. You know, you cannot please, like we said earlier. If there's 100 people in the audience, somebody's not gonna laugh. There's always gonna be somebody who's gonna leave saying he wasn't all that. I don't care if you one of the top 10 comics in America, be the kings of comedy. Somebody left saying I like so and so. But that's just the way people are. But be true to yourself on stage. Do your best to be funny and try not to. Well, I can't say that now because everybody's offended. But don't make it personal and offend anybody. Just have fun. And go home as long as you're happy. As long as you can sleep at night. That's what counts.
Right, right. Okay, so is it time to give away a ticket?
Let's wait.
Yes.
I,
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So I put some names in the bag, and I'm gonna shake the bag up. Should I have put Shucky Ducky name in here or not?
No. I can tell you don't know how to make chicken. Like you shaking that bag. Shake it like it's flour in there, girl.
See, I don't cook.
That's what I said. The way you just.
How about that?
There you go.
All right, all right. So here he says, I need 100. Shucky Ducky said that. You need 100 tickets. Okay, so the winning person tonight is, I had to throw it away because that was an empty thing. Let me see. Hold on. The winning person is, let's see, D Holden. D, you just won 2 tickets to the Dream Team of Comedy. Hey, D. Hey, woo!
Woo.
Woo, woo, woo. Where's my clapper? I got a clapper around here.
Where's D from?
Huh?
Where's D from?
Beaumont.
Congratulations, D.
No, she's really not from Beaumont, but she lives in Beaumont now.
So D, you should gift those tickets to somebody who's less fortunate, can't afford it, and go back and buy 4 more.
That was for D. You heard him, D? He said, give them to someone who is less fortunate and buy 4 more. That's what you said?
Right. And watch out, God bless you. You're going to be running up in VIP front row. What she said?
She said, thank you. I guess thank you because she wanted a ticket, not because she's going to gift them to somebody. She said, Hamburger.
Hamburger. Make sure you scream loud that night so I can find you. Say, it's me, D. It's me.
What do you do about hecklers? And guys, before I even ask that question, don't forget to put your questions on the website so that we can throw them out to Hamburger and let him, to keep him going on to at least a whole hour. So put those questions out. Before I ask that question, someone did ask a question. He says, has comedy been therapeutic to you?
Yes, it has. It's been a calming thing. And I had a chance, and I still have a chance to do sometime comedy in churches. And it's a great thing because it challenges you not only to be clean, but to be Christian.
Right.
So you have to take it up to another notch. So comedy has made me to the point where it's been nights that you come back to your room, even before the show, you stay in prayer. You find it to be tranquil and relaxing. And it's just something that makes you just go woosah without even knowing it. And then you try to share that moment with others. But that's been my saving grace in life. I love it. And it's free therapy for me.
Mm-hmm. So since you say hamburgers to stop to keep from using profanity, when you started that, how did the others feel about that?
Oh, of course they laughed at you. And in the beginning, I was cursing out there.
Right.
And not that I'm better than anybody, but I just think, and it's easier to me, in my opinion, to make somebody laugh using profanity. It's harder to go out there and follow somebody who just cussed up the stage and you tell them clean jokes. So you got to be twice as funny to get that point across and stay relevant with the show. So for me, in the beginning, yeah, you laughed at, why don't you curse? Come on, it's easier this way. It's like a drug. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it my way. And I think that's part of the reason I've been here for 34 years. Slightly different. So that's me, Hamburg. Did my background come out good? Can you see it?
Oh yeah, it came out real good.
What is it?
Dream Team of Comedy.
Okay, I just want to make sure you can see it.
I see it. I see it.
You see that guy right there? That's me.
Oh Lord Jesus. Help him, Lord. Help him.
Hamburger.
Okay, so what's the most important thing that people misunderstand about you?
I can be very impatient at times. And because I'm a perfectionist,
I can tell.
I want everything to be on point.
Yeah.
So if somebody tells me we're going to do a podcast at 6:15, at 6:15 I'm here. But who didn't tell me East Coast verse? Anyway, that's a whole different story.
Whole different story on another stage.
Yes, ma'am. But I like punctuality. I like being on time. I like things to go to this show. This show has to be the best. And one of the reasons is that some of my best friends are comedy on it. And I know each one of us is going to push the other one a step further. And it's an unwritten challenge, but it's going to be on a whole different level.
Right.
But for me, I just like the challenge of taking a new joke and doing something different every night. You never see the same show from me twice in 1 year.
I was going to ask you that. Do you just keep repeating and repeating and repeating what?
I tried my best to go off the top of my head as long as I can. So there'll be one night I might do 45 minutes and forget to touch my jokes and just play off the room. The next night I might do 60 minutes that way. But it's like a spiritual thing. People, if anybody ever here sat in the house of the Lord and they say, "Oh, the Spirit took over today," that's what happened. I don't know what happened. The Spirit takes over sometimes in comedy too. And you can write this, that, and the other, and you go a whole different way. So if you're in touch and you praying the right way and living the right way, the Spirit gonna come at you in this comedy show.
Oh yeah.
And you're gonna go in a whole different direction and let them use you. Won't he do it?
So yes, he will. Yes, he will. I know he will.
All right, now you got a testimony. Oh, we're about to go a whole different direction here.
What? We finna turn it around.
Dun, dun, dun. I ain't got my tambourine with me, but if I had a praying church here today, oh.
So have you had anyone, Minister Wise, to ask you to come and do comedy at their anniversary or anything, for that minister?
Since 2004, I've done a lot of Christian shows.
Mm-hmm.
We had a tour out. I gave a Christian show in my hometown featuring Jonathan Slocum, Sister Cantaloupe, Small Fire, and Chocolate. This is back in 2004. And I was trying to launch a clean, quote-unquote, Christian comedy show, Christian tour. And I came back the following year with Small Fire, Chocolate, and John Gray, Minister John Gray. He was on comedy at the time. And each year it got bigger and bigger. But that was in my hometown. I had built the market. Now I try to go to the next city. People think that when you say Christian comedy, oh, nobody hear no jokes about the Bible. Nobody hear that corny stuff. But that's not what it's about. If you ever get a chance to hear Small Fire or Shanita Morris, a.k.a. Chocolate, you're going to have a good show. Sister Cantaloupe, these people, to be clean and be able to do what they do, it's phenomenal. And Sister Cantaloupe been out there since.
Yes, she's been out there a while, a long while.
When I met her, I was like a big groupie. I couldn't hide it that night. And this is like 10 years ago. I brought to her the cassette that I purchased back in like 1980. And I showed it to her and she kept the cassette. She's like, I don't even have one of these. And I was like, this is how much of a fan of yours I am. But it's rare that you can find people of that element, who can go on stage. Because you got to remember, when you do television, 9 times out of 10, now they have cables different. But when you were doing the major networks, the CBS, the NBCs, you had to be clean. Mm-hmm. And if you ever have to do the Tonight Show and have to do 7 minutes, you have to be clean. And people forget about that. And when they go on stage, their timing's off. They don't know what to say, how to say it. So you need to have a clean set.
Right.
So for me, thank God my entire set is clean. So that's where I'm at.
Okay, guys, this is the dream. This is the Dream Team Comedy Night, and we're talking to Alonzo Jones, better known as Hamburger. That's it, right?
Hamburger.
Hamburger.
You're getting better. You're getting better.
I'm getting better.
Yeah, about an hour ago, you so dry. I was like, this ain't gonna make it tonight. But you getting it. Hamburger.
Hamburger. So you gonna call me dry?
Well, in the beginning, you're like, hello, how are you? Like a substitute teacher. I was like, this is going.
I am an educator.
I knew it. I
am.
You enunciate so well, and your vowels and your consonants.
So, do you go out when you go out to do your act? Do you talk about anybody in the audience or what?
I try not to.
Mm-hmm.
If you saw me at Def Jam, you didn't see me mess with anybody in the audience, now did you?
No, I didn't.
You didn't see my set then.
You really didn't, unless that was somebody else.
Well, the first night that I did Def Jam, the first guy that went on that night, Chris Tucker, got a standing ovation.
Right.
And the place was wild and crazy. And after that, the next guy from DC went on stage, and unfortunately, they booed him.
Mm-hmm.
The next girl, they heckled her off. She dropped the mic and ran off stage. So now you have the place, and everybody's like, oh my God, what's going on? There's never been a Def Jam show like this before. Def Jam was the best of the best. And like I told you, if you went on the Apollo, they would boo you. And that night, the Def Jam audience was quite similar to that of an Apollo audience. So Bernie Mac is backstage pacing, and he's going back and forth with Martin. And he tells me, do something. You from New York? And I'm like, Bernie, I'm not from New York, but I see what I can do to calm this crowd down. So I started messing with the audience, saying, who else want to play? Thinking that's going to calm them down. Mm-hmm. And got through my set, did a good set. But then Bernie Mac came out and did something I never ever thought of before with, I ain't scared of you. And
yeah, he went on with that.
And that was the greatest night in Def Jam history. And if anybody ever want to challenge me, I'm up for the challenge. That was the greatest show and the greatest night ever in Def Jam history. Chris Tucker, Bernie Mac, yours truly, and Kevin Anthony.
Right. Okay, cool. We probably could go back and look at that as well, right?
Yep. And Kevin Anthony's from DC. He's on the show with us. He did a great show that night.
Cool. So. All right, guys. We waiting for your questions to come through. So y'all get those questions on the web, and so that we can talk to Hamburger about
Hamburger.
See, I'm getting better than you. What you say?
Yes. How many syllables is that teacher?
Huh?
What do you teach?
I'm a retired educator now.
Okay, and what were you educating on? I'm sorry to call you a teacher. What were you educating on?
I was elementary.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. The basic.
Bad kids running around there with no home training. You
can't
say that because your parents are going to hear you say, what'd you say about my kid?
They weren't bad in my class.
Please. Then you must have a private school.
They start off in the beginning, being
Bad job. You don't want to hear that all day.
I'll turn around and say, don't call my name no
more. He hit me. They don't say that no more, do they? They just hit them back, don't they? Kids are crazy now.
Yeah, it's a different world.
I knew I was never going to be educated. My nephew was 14 in 9th grade. His best friend was 19 in 9th grade. 19 9th grade to my Hamburger. What you think I'm going to be when I get out of school? I said a senior citizen. That's how bad education was when I came around. So I pray for a lot of these kids. It's just bad out there now. That's a true story. How you going to be 19 in the 9th grade driving to school?
You can help the rest of them out because you've done that class so many times.
Yeah, but if he could pass it, he wouldn't be there. 2 more years, he's gonna be in history books. It's just sad.
Okay, so what do you do with hecklers?
I try to make them regret opening their mouth in the nicest way possible. I give them a warning shot, and after that, whatever you say can and will be used against you. So same thing, make you laugh, gonna make you cry.
Yeah.
Don't open your mouth. Because there's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah. Okay, Terry Ross says, wait a minute, you're going to make me mess my makeup up. So, you talked about this earlier with the makeup and stuff. So, you're going to make me mess mine up. So, Terry Ross says, most comics have hard upbringings. Was it that got him into comedy? Is that what got you into comedy?
No, Terry. I break all the myths of comedy. I was rather spoiled. Now that I look back at my life, I know a lot of people talk about government cheese and all that. Thank you, God, we never had government cheese in my household. Not to say that I'm better than anybody,
Mm-hmm.
but I grew up in a household with a mother and a father. Uh, Both worked. My father worked around the clock to make sure that we never had to. I didn't know what the lights, what is having electric cut off until I was on my own. I'm a grown man. That's when I found out that if you don't pay the bill, they turn your electric off. You don't pay the bill, they cut your cable off. And I had to go pay my cable bill today, so I have Wi-Fi for this interview. Otherwise, I'd have let them keep it off. You know how much it is now? I pay over $300 a month for this. So somebody know a cheaper way, please tell me. But no, thank God I didn't have a rough upbringing. What really got me into it too? People used to tease me because I was different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was fat at one time. I was teased for that. I was teased for the clothes I wore. Um, all my clothes had something wrong with them, and the kids would tease me for not having the latest clothes. So I got to the point where I got tired of people picking on me and teasing me. So I would go home, write down my jokes with a piece of paper because I knew who the bullies were, what they're gonna say. And the
Mm-hmm.
next day I would take my paper out and go back at each bully, and everybody started laughing. And then I got to the point I didn't need my paper, and they left me alone. I was on their side now. But it's all right to be different. It's all right to be teased. That's why I don't stand up. People, he was bullying me. I'm like, I went through it. It ain't that bad. And it was always somebody said that's enough. Don't pick with that person no more. I guess that person don't exist no more, or whatever. Or people just that soft. They can't. Everybody's been talked about and
Yeah.
teased somewhere in their life.
Yeah.
I don't care. You can look the nicest you want. Right now, if you look the way you want it in school, somebody gonna find something. She thinks she cute, and they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna talk about you that way, or whatever the case may be. So I was teased, and that's how I kind of went this way into comedy because I got tired of people teasing me. And I had a mother who was overweight, a sister who was overweight, and people always crack jokes about, your mother fat, your sister fat. Okay, I got something for you tomorrow. Let me get my paper, and I'm gonna come back to see you. And after a while, they have to go to my locker and get my paper. I had you right there. Hamburger.
So you were a comedian in high school and in school, period.
Well, it started about 7th grade with my paper. And by the time I got to 10th grade, I became a class clown.
Uh-huh.
And it was no stopping me at that part.
You're the one that mom went to school to get after.
No, because I knew how far to go with it. I was a closet, quiet clown because I didn't need nobody calling home. And I know I was just like, if you went to the cafeteria, that's where I was going to set it off. At the parties after 5 o'clock, that's when I was the clown. But in
Mm-hmm.
school, I just enough to make everybody laugh. Say, yo, where he going to be at this weekend? We got to check him out. So that was my class clown.
Right. So if you could turn back the hands of time and talk about your 18-year-old self, what would you tell him?
Wow. Invest money at 18, stocks, bonds. You can say that now because you know about Apple and Cisco now.
Mm-hmm.
But at 18, you had no clue. But imagine if you were buying Cisco, Apple, and well, it wasn't out yet, but Facebook and Amazon.
Right.
If you dibble and dabble in that stuff when you're 18, how rich you would be. Instead of buying every tennis shoe and buying cars, put that
Mm-hmm.
money into something that didn't depreciate. Now you're talking.
Right.
Buy, and this is what Shucky Ducky going. Make sure you ask Shucky Ducky that question because I always listen to him about buying property,
Mm-hmm.
and that's something I look up to Shucky Ducky about. He invests in property, and I just wish I did more on that end because I was more into cars and silly stuff. Finally, and later on in life, I started buying stocks and bonds and everything. But if I'd have started when I was 18, much better.
Right now it's crash. Everything crashed. So
Yeah, I've been through a few crashes, but everybody said, "Oh, just stick with it. It's the long haul, the long haul." And you stay with it, and it comes back, and then it. I like it when they split and come back 4 or 5 times, and you're like, "Uh oh, balling, holla." And
I'm
every now and then you treat yourself to something. So you say, "Okay, I'm up now. Let me take out $1,000 or something and have a nice weekend." So that's what you do. You got to enjoy life because tomorrow's not promised for nobody.
tomorrow's not today. We're really not promised. So we
There
used to
you
say
go.
tomorrow's not promised, but today is not promised to us.
So
So
you have to be able to enjoy yourself every minute. Every breath is a gift from God. So do something with it.
so talk about your family. Are you married and have children or what?
Married to comedy. Been married 33 years. You can't be married and do comedy. Anybody want to challenge me on that? I'm open to that too. To be a real comic, you're out maybe Monday night writing, Tuesday night you're on stage, Wednesday night you're on stage, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday you're probably on the road. What woman's gonna have to be married to a man that's never home? It works good for 6 weeks, and after that, I want you to go to my cousin's barbecue. I want you to go to my cousin's wedding. Nope, I'm in Oklahoma. Nope, I'm in Denver, and it breaks off. So it's hard being successful and being married. No kids, never married here. So
You never been married?
I'm never married.
Oh.
So if anybody wants to, we're gonna pull a ticket. God said, "He who findeth." I'm gonna find me a wife on this podcast.
He who find a woman, finding a good thing.
Yeah, the Lord speaking to me. Oh, virtuous woman, where art thou? On the podcast. Oh, see, Miss Jones, stay focused. You can't lose it. We need you.
I can't lose it. See, I can't lose it. We can put some tickets.
My bow tie.
We gonna put. Can you hear me, Toya?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
We gotta pull a ticket.
Are we gonna shout out Toya anytime soon? And let them know, we gotta tell them who the promoter show is and remind them to tell everybody. Before we pick a ticket, let's tell them.
Let's go ahead.
Because they may say, "Why is he on the show tonight?" So let's make sure they understand and share this.
Why are you on the show tonight?
Because in July, what's the date?
July
23rd.
Oh, 23rd.
Lord have mercy.
I thought you said what's today's date?
No, ma'am.
My apologies.
Okay, July, and you're educated.
I say my apologies.
You probably had that kid 14 in the 9th grade, 19 in the 9th grade. That was probably one of your top students.
Top student. I'm talking about my children. Okay.
So on July
23rd,
it's a Saturday night.
Julie Rogers.
Say it again.
Julie Rogers Theater.
One more time. What's the name of the theater?
Julie Rogers Theater.
Another inside story. So I just am glad you said that for me. We got one of the greatest comedy shows put together. We've been on tour for a while, and we're coming down to Beaumont, Texas that weekend. So just to give you a quick what's happening. My man Brian Hooks, comedian actor, he'll be on there. Everybody know Brian. Honest John, very intelligent, funny comic. And what I like about it is the diverse ticket. So if you don't like one style comedy, you definitely gonna like the next one. Honest John, everybody's gonna like everybody, but there's something's gonna make you laugh a little bit harder. Then we got the mayor of Rap City, the man who put it all together, started this comedy thing. A lot of people don't know, but Chris was like one of the first people to do comedy in the African American community, introduce rap to comedy, and open up a lot of other doors. He's with Whoopi Goldberg on her special, and he was one of the original kings of comedy.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look up the original Kings of Comedy tour, Bernie Mac, Cedric, Steve DL, and Chris Thomas. Then also my man, shuck it, duck it, quack, quack. Like I said, you've seen both of us spoofed on Saturday Night Live, and you're going to see us together that night. Oh, shuck it, duck it. And then all the way from the fifth floor, Martin Lawrence 30-year reunion. You can't ask for more. The Bernie Mac show. Man, this guy's done like over 20 movies, probably more. The one and only Reginald Ballard, a.k.a. Bruh Man. And he's going to have sandwiches for everybody. I'm going to make sure he brings sandwiches for everybody.
You'll not bring one for me.
You ain't getting one.
I will be hungry.
You get one on July 5th. That's the date.
Today.
And that night, I'm going to be on the show. And it might be a few days later, but I'm going to celebrate my birthday. So we're going to turn up that night. I'm going to ask all the comics, put a little something extra into the show. It's my birthday. Let them have it. So that's why I'm on tonight, because I want everybody to come out to the what theater?
Julie Rogers Theater.
And Julie Rogers Theater, the date.
July 23rd.
July 23rd. And if you got a number on there, they can call for tickets.
409. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You're doing good, because the educator ain't going to get the numbers.
409-454-9844.
Operators are standing by.
Look at that.
You can purchase them on Ticketmaster, and you can go to the box office at the Civic Center.
Now, do you need to apologize to the educator?
Oh, because you put that on there?
But
across the screen? You
better
go, girl.
You better hear me.
You didn't say you knew nothing about computers. You said you were elementary. That's hot right there. You should have had that going all night.
What?
The little scrolling thing.
Yeah.
Good, girl. Now, I want everybody on the podcast to share this information with at least 10 friends. and tell them that you heard about the show on the podcast. And I'm gonna make sure you get a free gift. They call by tomorrow this time and purchase a ticket and said no, because they're gonna cheat and they're gonna do it themselves.
Right.
I got a different way to do it because I know my people. I was on my friend told me to call from the podcast. I'll think of something.
I was on Blue Table Talk.
Yeah.
And I saw Hamburger, and he said he's gonna give me some tickets.
And who won the ticket so far?
D Holden.
D Holden, you still there? Is she still there?
Yeah, she's still there.
All right, D. Tell 10 people to buy some tickets. And wave your free tickets in their face. I already got mine.
Hey. So far, we have a couple of people who already won tickets. You know, from the last, D said yes. From the prior shows. So we have a couple of people who want tickets. So
and D, make sure you say Hamburger real loud so I come out so I know it's you.
Mm-hmm.
Hamburger. It's D.
It's D. So guys, y'all go ahead and get, if you did not win a ticket, it's okay because you can buy one. So go out and buy one. Go to where is the Civic Center office?
They can, yes, ma'am. Box office, Civic Center, or Ticketmaster online.
Or Ticketmaster. You get your ticket over there, and let's support the dream team of comedy. You know, hey, we this is what we do in 409. So I'm getting a call.
And,
this is what we do in 409. So,
and I know our fan base is, most people think, you know, Def Jam guys, Comic View, 40 and over. But you know what? As a girl told us this week and told Shucky Ducky and I, she was 21 years old. And she said she didn't want to come to the show, but she's glad she did because we made her laugh in some of the other comics she went to see. Well, I'm not going to name, but and she said, y'all still got it. And I'm like, oh, well, thank you. I said, make sure you tell your friends. And she followed me now on Instagram, Comedian Hamburger on Instagram, Comedian Hamburger on Instagram. But we still rocking, and I'm loving it because it's getting better each and every week. So you can't ask for more. So it's gonna be hot. No pun intended, but.
Sorry, do we still need an opening act, or what? Do I need to go ahead and announce that as well?
You want to be opening?
No,
act?
ma'am. We have one.
We have one. Great.
D, right? D. She don't know. It come with the ticket.
D, go ahead. What you gonna say to D?
It go with the ticket. She got to be the opening act. Oh, she don't think she got no tickets for nothing. You can get them back if you can't handle that part, D. You gonna have to tap dance, sing, do something karaoke.
D said she can handle that.
Never mind. She too anxious. She's gonna go up there and try to still show them. Probably can't do nothing. Did D know how to make potato salad?
D does what?
Can she make potato salad?
Can you make potato salad? Yeah, she can make potato salad.
What's she putting up?
I can vouch for that.
Can you make potato salad, Miss Jones? Never mind. See that?
Do I make it with potatoes?
God help her. And you're educated? Can you spell potato?
I'm just kidding. All I want to do is I'm gonna ask Gretchen Wingate. She knows whether or not I can make potato salad, and everybody else in here know if I can make potato salad.
I have never met a woman from the South who couldn't cook.
I like him.
Who that?
Wolverine.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
That's a lady.
Not on my screen. Howard. It says Howard.
Wolverine Howard Bernard.
Oh, Wolverine didn't come up and just said Howard. My bad.
Oh, okay, Wolverine Howard. Now you trying to carry yourself, but Wolverine Howard Bernard.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead.
No, I was gonna say make sure she speak to me at the show.
Wolverine, make sure you speak to him at the show because I know you're gonna get that ticket, right? All right. Let's do what we do. Come on, y'all. Okay, so here we go. Hey, Joanne.
Hey, Joe.
Joanne says she wants some free tickets. Let me put her name in the hat. See if she'll win one.
I don't know Joanne like that. She just got now she's gonna get some tickets. All the people been all night. I don't know about that. Put on the Shucky Ducky show.
Shucky Ducky already been on.
That means next year she going.
Okay, so we ready to draw a ticket. Draw a
there
number.
You go. Now you're shaking it. Now I'm shaking. See, I told you I can shake it. I shake it like chicken. Shake it like what? Go ahead, teacher.
Shake it like a shaker. Shake it like a shaker.
Go ahead.
Go ahead now. Uh-oh. Kathy Wingate, you won 2 free tickets. Hey, Kathy Wingate.
Is she excited? Did she hit the smile button or something?
Kathy, you won tickets, and you gotta hit that share button. If you didn't hit it, I'm gonna have to put that name back in the hat. But Kathy Wingate won 2 tickets to the show, and Joanne said, "Yay!"
That's a good.
That's
a
niece.
good tip.
That's her niece.
I figured she going, huh? That's why. That's good sportsmanship there.
That's
Joanne.
good sportsmanship, Joanne. Yeah, and Kathy said, "Hey, okay, so."
Yes, ma'am. Talk to me.
Oh yes, Terry says something. Terry says, besides touring and doing comedy, what hobbies and what type of music do you like?
I love all music because I'm also a musician. Grew up in a marching band and playing drums in school.
Okay.
But my favorite is Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Oh yeah, joy and pain,
Like sunshine
and rain.
and rain. Sing it one more time.
Joy.
Sing it a little bit louder.
Go ahead.
But I love Frankie.
Making me act up. Go ahead.
You need to. It's all right. It's your show. You can do that.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind and Fire.
You be quiet. Go ahead.
Ozzy Brothers. And then I can listen to rap music all day.
Oh yeah, Joanne. Before I let go, yeah.
I know every Frankie Beverly Maze song, the order going to be sang in the concert, and I think they're one of the most talented groups. And you know what's funny? Brubman and I used to debate all the time because he said Frankie Beverly and Maze was the hottest band out, and I said no, you can't follow the Whispers, you can't follow the OJs. He said no, it's the other way around. They can't follow Frankie Beverly and Maze. And finally, because I live in Jersey, they didn't play up there that often. And finally, I got to see them, and I'm like, they're good, but the audience wasn't into them. Do you know I went and followed Frankie Beverly and Maze around like 20 shows until I got to see them in Baltimore and Philly before I saw a real Frankie Beverly and Maze show. And then I had to go to Houston, and people were doing electric slide in the audience and partying. Frankie Beverly and Maze can tear a house up.
They can tear a house down.
They are. I'll go see them night after night. I don't care. They are one of the best.
Yes.
And then, I like all kinds of music. We got a thing out now called house music up here that people listen to. I can listen to some country music. I love gospel and jazz. But if you want to get me on the dance floor, play old R&B. You'll have me out there all night. The Emotions, Don't Want to Lose Your Love.
Yeah.
Al Green. Let's get married today. Married. Ooh. Oh, I said married. Take me in your arms and hold me.
You on a roll 24/7, so you can't be singing that.
If I find Miss Virtuous, let me tell you, the hat comes off, and I'll plant my feet.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
I'm at the age now I have to. I got to do my father that in his older age and surprise him. Say, Dad, this is what you always wanted. This is what you got.
Yeah.
He'll be happy, and she better not mess up. It's hard, I don't need nobody attitude night. I need the support system. So.
Yeah, support system. That support is awesome. But is it okay if I ask you how old you are?
You can ask me. Nobody ain't gonna tell you.
Okay, then
ask me.
Booyah. How old are you?
I'm younger than Shucky Ducky. I'm younger than Chris Thomas. That's why I like performing with him.
All right, because we already know how old Chucky Ducky is. He already told us that, and Chris.
What did he say? What did he say?
I can't tell you that.
If
you don't want to tell me yours?
Tell him to type it real quick.
Huh?
He can type it in. He ain't there no more, is it? It's past his bedtime.
Might not be.
Chuck sleep right now. I work with Shucky Ducky. He sleep right now. Trust me. If he don't go on first, we got a problem. Shucky Ducky is in bed by 9 o'clock East Coast time.
Well, it's not 9 o'clock yet.
East Coast time.
Oh, it's not 9 o'clock yet.
He'll start rubbing his head and blinking about 7 o'clock. You know it's time to get Shucky on stage. But my birthday is next week,
right?
Not Thursday, and I will be 59, God willing.
Oh, God bless. Yeah.
I used to lie about my age so much, but after they did Def Jam 25, it was like you can't tell nobody you're 20 no more because people do math. 25 and 25, you gotta be 50 at least. So, but thank God that I lived to see this, and it's just a blessing to be able to travel the world
Right.
and do something. You know, high school, I never sat there and said, this is what I want to be.
Right.
But here I am. I think this is part of God's plan for my life. And I didn't see it. I was too young. I wanted to go into radio and be a broadcaster on radio. And everybody wanted me to go into computers at that time. And my voice changed when I was in 9th grade. So I was going to be welcome to station WAKJ 1684 AM dial. So that's my voice when I was 14.
You got that voice, yeah.
When I was imagine that 14.
Yeah.
And then the Sugar Hill Gang came out, so I was going to rap. I rapped for about 3 weeks, and I started hosting fashion shows and talent shows. And everybody, you know, people wasn't ready at the end. Stall. How am I supposed to stall? Tell jokes. I don't know any jokes. So I had to improv in that, and that led into a world of comedy.
Wow. That's awesome. So what would you tell someone that's new in the business?
Huh? Oh, buy a ticket. I'm sorry. I'm just programmed. I'm locked in. Buy a ticket.
Who wants to be a comedian? What would you tell them?
Go on the computers.
Go on the computers?
Yeah.
What's with the computers?
Be a computer programmer. Be a computer analyst. Don't go to comedy.
Don't go into comedy.
We got enough comedians. We don't need no more. No, I mean, if you feel that way, go for it. And it's easier now. Like I said earlier, we didn't have the Def Jams, the Comic Views, so we had to struggle. And to make a long story longer, when I started, we had to get in line to get into the white comedy clubs. There was no black comedy clubs. So they had to pick and choose who they're going to let on the stage and tell a joke. Now you can go to any club and there's a black comedy club Monday through Friday in just about every city. And they'll let you go up and try out some new material. So just be original, do your own material, and take your time and let it grow. You can't do an hour in one night. It takes time. And don't get frustrated because there's going to be some bad nights, some good nights. But just keep going. So like everything in life, nothing's going to be that easy. So tell me about the show one more time. When, where, what?
The Dream Team of Comedy.
All right. Now say it like you mean it.
The Dream Team of Comedy Legends.
Put your head like this one time.
Like
Pat your hair.
Oh.
You're not an educator right now. Come on. We're going to come down a notch. Come on.
You got it. I'm going to let you do it.
Say, all right. This Miss Jones time y'all come to the Dream Team of Comedy. Do that. Come on, Miss Jones, stick with me. You're gonna be a hood rat now.
I'm sticking with you, but that's
you a hood rat tonight. You a hood rat. All right.
That's how my league. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I mean about you. You stop being bougie. Come on, girl.
Boy, ain't bougie now.
All right, when they say it like I said, say.
But the Dream Team of Comedy will be here.
Make your head a little bit more.
On July 23rd. July 23rd.
There you go.
7 o'clock p.m. Is it 7 o'clock p.m., Latoya?
They're going to be late. Tell them 7 o'clock anyway. All right?
Rogers Theater.
There you go. And Peaches is watching the kids that night. Texas. That's right. So we got babysitters, everything. Y'all come on out. It's going to be off the chain, and we're going to be getting it. It's going to be nice, y'all. Word. It was funny.
You still didn't pat your head, Miss D.
Thank you. See?
Act like this.
No,
then she patted it out bougie. You're supposed to be like this.
Thank you. I didn't want to say that, but
Toya wasn't on my side.
You ain't got a pen or something you can go in there and scratch it with?
Like this?
No,
take the other end. And put it in your hair.
Yeah, just like
and there you go. And now saying what tell me about the show now.
Dream Team of Comedy.
There you go. Keep going.
Legends will be at the Julie Rogers Theater.
There you go. Not theater. Theater.
And you guys, I want you there. How about that? Can I be on the show?
No.
Well, then,
D on the show already.
D on the show? D, you gotta be on the show now. One more question before we go off the air tonight. Terry says, who would he put on Mount Rushmore of comedians?
Great question, Terry. Great question. Here you go. I would have Richard Pryor. I'd have one in memory of all those before him, because there's a lot of comics that we don't know about that were going back and forth in the Chitlin circuit that get no love whatsoever. Sten and Stimpy, what's the Butterbean and Susie? and the whole plethora. If you do your history on Black comedy, you'll find out so many that we just never heard about. Those two, and then it gets hard because I want to put Bill and Eddie, regardless what you think of Bill. I'm talking about comedy wise. Bill, Eddie, you got to put. It's hard. Paul Mooney, Robin Harris, and believe it or not, there's one more I always put up there, and I forgot that fast. Dick Gregory, because these are some of the people who had a stroke, and I put Moms Mabley up there as my female.
Oh
yeah,
put
up there.
Oh yeah, I know y'all
Which
know.
Eddie?
I know y'all know about Moms Mabley, huh?
Eddie Murphy in the Red. Was that Raw? Eddie Murphy in the Red and Raw.
One more question. I have to ask this question. What do you think about Chris Rock? Will Smith slapping Chris Rock?
Honestly, I thought it was fake.
Huh?
I thought it was fake.
I did too.
I thought it was for the ratings of the Oscars. I'm still sticking to it because next year this time, one of them will be hosting the Oscars and everybody will be glued into it. I don't know about you. I didn't know the Oscars was on that night. And somebody started texting me like, "Oh, the Oscars." I said, "Oscars is on?" And after that slap, half of America put the Oscars on, and the ratings went through the roof at that point. But prior to that, nobody was watching the Oscars. So I'm going to stick to my gun, the conspiracy theorist that I am, and said, I don't think it was real because I wouldn't put my hands behind my back and extend my neck towards somebody walking towards me and let them smack me and then walk back to their seat.
Walk back to the seat.
He ain't going to make it back to the seat. And you want to turn your back. Thank you. I'm getting a cheap shot in now. But then, and I don't know how the men in Texas are, but where I come from, while I'm getting that smacking, I'm telling you to your face, keep my wife's name out your mouth, face to face. I'm not going back to my seat 50 feet away and say, keep my wife's name out your mouth. And last but not least, normally they would have cut to a commercial. So we didn't see half of this.
Right. But, you know, they banned him for 10 years.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
But you got like Tyler Perry streaming, so many other things. He made so much money. He can go behind the scenes and keep Hollywood going himself. Maybe he wants to take a break. But and within 2 to 3 years, if not next year this time, we'll know the truth. Ain't no way in the world. They're friends. Why would you smack somebody you know for that? So I just don't think it was real.
Right.
Damn, bird.
What's your name again?
Why you take your glasses off? See, now you get all hood. Then go ahead, girl. Yeah.
Well, the show is getting ready to end. That's why.
Oh, because you was all bougie and stuff. You didn't get now. Look at you. You want some Remy Ma? And
I had my educated glasses on. That's why. That's
you want some Henny?
Huh?
Go ahead, girl.
You.
I got you, boo. I got you.
Guys, don't forget to July 23rd.
You all messed up now. You're going to say May 14th, girl.
I'll get ready to say May. July 23rd, 7:30 p.m. We have the Dream Team of Comedy Legend. Hamburger going to be on there that night. And a lot of other hosts will be there. So get
Chris
your
Thomas, brother man from the 5th floor. You just saw him on Martin's 30th reunion. Shucky Ducky. You don't want to miss him. Brian Hooks. And also Honest John. And each one of them been in movies and whatever you want to say, Google them.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hot show that night.
A hot show that night.
I can't wait to see my man. We like a reunion. We see each other every 2 weeks. But, bro, man, I'm so proud of him. 30 years on Martin and what they've accomplished. That show is iconic.
Right. And it's still playing. It is still playing.
People have a chance to meet some of us or no, Toy?
Yes, sir. They will.
Okay.
VIP get meet and greet.
Oh, you got VIP tickets?
Yes,
there you go. Get some VIP tickets and you get to shake hands with bro man and take a picture and tell you about me and bro man. 5th floor.
And don't be acting bougie when you see me.
Check you out now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take you to the store and get you some hood clothes that night. Get your hair did. Get your eyelashes.
Get my eyelashes on. And what you said, the eyelids and everything. Okay.
You won't be able to see them eyelashes are gonna be so long.
Anyway.
There you go. Anyway, that's what I'm talking about.
Anyway.
It took an hour, but you're coming down to earth now. Yeah, girl.
Took me an hour.
Push a P. Push a P. Push a P. Hey, you know what I'm saying? More. Holla.
Well, power. But I will be on that, and it's also an after show. I mean, an after party as well.
Word. You know what I'm saying?
Right, Toya?
Yes. Well, yes, ma'am. As of now, it depends on ticket sales.
And what do they have to do to get to the after party?
call that number 409-454-9844 because it's very exclusive.
Wow. You heard
hear
that? Exclusive.
You
should use
heard?
that word, educator. Exclusive.
You heard?
Oh, you don't come out. You a whole different person now. You heard?
Y'all, he got me acting this way. One day, want to know, are y'all coming to Houston?
That's in the works. But you better come on over to Beaumont that night. Because we're gonna be around. We route it going different ways. So by the time we come back to Houston, it'll be cold. Come on over. How far is Beaumont from Houston?
An hour.
Oh, drive on down there, girl. In the country, they ain't up but 5 minutes. Come on down.
I'm telling you, right? Tell her the right way.
Yo, what's her name?
Her name is Joanne.
Yo, Joanne, you better come out to the show, yo. You know what I'm saying? Anybody playing with you? When somebody come to Houston, come to you. You come see us, ma. You know what I'm saying? Holla. Whoop, whoop.
You guys stay on while I get my audience off the air tonight. Good. Yeah, thank you for joining us tonight. This has been a wonderful night tonight. This is Blue Table Talk, and you know you guys always support me on Blue Table Talk. Next week we'll have
Bruh Man.
So don't forget to come back next Tuesday, and on Wednesday we'll have
Brian Hooks.
Miss Jones, you sure this your show?
Well,
you don't know who gonna be on, what time, nothing.
So we're not even gonna talk to. I'm giving him the hand. Now he understands
that. The hand too. All right. Whatever.
Whatever.
Who is this? You a whole different person now.
The hour is up.
The hour is up. Check you out. Your degree has expired. That's what happened. You all, yeah, girl.
See, you gonna have these people calling me after the show and say, "Girl, something's wrong with you."
That's right. Yo.
Anyway,
I like the anyway. Yo, that's hot, though.
Like I was saying, don't forget to come.
One more time for go up the head. One more time. There you go.
Like that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys next week on Tuesday night. God bless you. God keep you. It's my prayer. Smooches. Y'all hang on. Bye. Good night. Tell them good night, y'all.
Good night.
Good night.